Hey, this is the PP that, and this is the PooCoin chart for PRV BNB. I looked at the price today, I was like, what on earth is up with that price action? Not too long ago, I would say maybe even just 2 weeks ago. Would that be 2 weeks ago? No. Correction. Just at the beginning of this week, it was at 352, 352.94, made that 353, and now it is closing in on 7 and is went as high as 654. What is up with that? So in case you thought your eyes are playing tricks on you, you go to your favorite charting site and you find that no matter where you look, it is exactly the same. The price has indeed gone up that much. So what's up with that? Alright, this video I want to get up to speed. Well, I got up to speed, and I'm going to be sharing with you just exactly what you need to know and where we're at right now. So I head over to the home page. I look into the announcements tab. This is a Twitter feed. So I went over to the Twitter feed and I look into what's going on and I see an event. This event is PrivacySwap V2 Great Migration. Well, this price increase, well, what's driving it? Number one, higher APR farms, be a part owner, new referral system, privacy cards. That's a lot of stuff going on. It cannot be denied that right now is the heat of the crypto market. This is CoinMarketCap, and I'm looking at the first page and I see that most of the top 20 coins have hit all-time highs or close to all-time highs. Let's look at how Bitcoin is now just over 60,000. Ethereum is just $200 away from 4,000. Binance is up to the high 400s, close to 500. It's no wonder that PrivacySwap is going with all that rage, because in the beginning of every Bitcoin rally, it's very common that people will dump their altcoins to put their cash in Bitcoin. But once that goes up, it's so common that the altcoins will catch up right after again. And that's exactly what we see here. And by the way, if you'd like to check out my videos on price action, check out this video link right here at the top right corner. Okay, to save you some trouble, I've actually downloaded some of these infographics, and so we're here on the 15th of October, and this is, well, we're just right about time. Okay, we're just in this range right here. October 13 to 18, we're on the 15th of October. This is the announcement. The price pegging doesn't take place till a couple of days from now. I understand that there's going to be a AMA coming up, and this is expressed inside of the Twitter feed, and you want to sign up for this. So when I click on this link, I learned that the AMA is coming up on the 18th of October at 2030. This is GMT plus 7 because I'm in Thailand. So if you're in Singapore, I believe that is going to be a different time. That's going to be like 9:30 p.m. for you. So please check out that link and see what it displays in your local time so that you do not miss out on the information. Now coming back to this diagram, what we can look out for is the stopping of old farms on 31. Once again, if you want to get the full information as I do, I'm also going to be attending that Zoom. So be sure to attend that Zoom AMA. AMA stands for Ask Me Anything session that's coming up on the 18th. For all of you out there, I have good news and bad news for you. The way it is, the price is only going to get higher because once the price pegs, that's it. Okay, that's it. Until the swapping begins. And that's slated for the 1st to the 5th as according to this roadmap. Notice that it says swapping first phase, a period to swap PRV for pre-PRV2 pre-PRVG tokens. What is pre-PRV2 and pre-PRVG? Well, what I can tell from this that it is a token. It could also be a receipt, such as for those of us who have invested in the vaults on PrivacySwap, it says we redeem GPRV PRV receipts for PRV. So it could be something of that nature. After that, there is the pre-sale happening from the 6th to the 7th of November, and this is a 48-hour pre-sale to buy, again, pre-PRV2, pre-PRVG tokens. Okay, and what I see from here, I mean, this is brilliant because, this is going to control what typically happens in a launch scenario. In most swapping scenarios, once people swap it, they sell. But in this case, because it goes hand in hand with the pre-sale, when people are rushing in to buy, and because the farms happen a couple of days later, it's brilliant. Because everyone knows that once the farms are about to begin, there's always going to be a buyer's interest. And not forgetting, what did we see earlier? If people know that there is going to be high APR farms, well, it's a no-brainer. We will stay in for that, right? One other thing working very well that I didn't mention, I've been talking about how I use the Rug.io calendar to actually look out for projects to invest. Because I started out with PrivacySwap, it was literally my first DeFi U farm. I have still only been coming back to BSC-based DeFi U farms ever since, because projects on the BSC are cheap to join. On average, it's only 20-30 cents per transaction. In my channel, you also know that I also tried my hand at an Ethereum-based launch, and that was on the IBG. Imagine just to get into the farm, to buy, to swap, to add liquidity, to stake. Oh my god, so many transactions, that each transaction costing $50 to $60 or $50 to $80. That's insane. So personally, I still like to stay on BSC, but unfortunately, when I look on the BSC and what launches there are available, when I look for something that is of a low risk, it's really hard to find. When something says medium risk, I basically take it to be high risk. If something is to be of some risk, I click on it, I look at the review, the project's not under a time lock, and there's like an anti-whale system. I get very, very scared of anti-whale systems. Not that I've been burnt, but well, you can say that I've been robbed on Whale Farm because I used Cake BNB to mine and I got an immense amount of tokens, except that they became worth next to nothing by the time I could actually harvest them. Only to find that they had changed the time lock and basically developers had ran away with most of the money. So it's a joke because the public cannot withdraw more than 2.5% of the balance at a time, but on the other hand, you know what? The developers can. So I guess a lot of people also realize that there's just so little good project on the market. If people look at all the other projects that launched around the same time as PrivacySwap, it's interesting to find that many of them are either not running or the price has gone down to 0.001 or something less than that. On the other hand, PrivacySwap keeps coming back with more. And I'm extremely impressed at how they've been keeping up with their roadmap. This is the roadmap that they've laid out in the very beginning. And look at how they've been going checkmark, checkmark, checkmark. So everything that they say, they do. Everything is on track. And you know what? The cards have been rolled out. Check out on the Telegram group. There are videos and use cases of how these cards can be used anywhere in the world. I'm in Thailand. I applied for crypto.com. After going through all the verifications, I found out that the card was not available for use in my country. What a disappointment. And other people who had it, some of them told me that their countries got removed as well. So they had the card and suddenly they cannot use it. What I'm really looking out for is the privacy mixer. But you know what came out as a surprise? This is a surprise. We are considering releasing NFTs as part of our pre-sale plan. Let's Talk Utility, there will be 3 tiers of NFTs at different prices below. You stake them in a native farm and you get additional APR, which we desire. 1 BNB for 50% additional APR. That is huge. I have not been following this NFT game, but the NFT game has been driving up the prices of some of the tokens of late, namely Solana. And if you look at the transactions of Ethereum, some of the top transactions out there are NFT related. Let's look at OpenSea. It's been the #1 spot for the last couple of days. Axie Infinity, the Tamagotchi looking like game that, helps you make 20-30 bucks per day just by playing. This is some more information about the swapping for the Great Migration. 1 PRV, you'll be getting X PRV2 and X number of PRVG. And there's a 3-layer referral system. So for those people who have the referring game, this is going to be huge. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting many referrals, but I'm just going to be putting my link down beneath this video and all my other PrivacySwap videos on this channel as soon as this is released. I could go on about this, but you know what? Let's not hear it from me. Let's hear it from the team themselves on this upcoming Great Migration AMA webinar on Monday, 18 October. I'm going to be there as well to get updated. I'm extremely excited to see how high the price is going to go. If this goes on to, 20, 40, 60, the rest will be unimaginable. So for those of you who are already on board, cheers to what's about to happen. And if you're not in the know, check out the Twitter feed and jump in on the Telegram channel to see what you're missing out. Thanks for spending your time with me. I'm the PP Dad. Please subscribe to my channel and click that bell notifications button to get updated for my next release.